This is the Can We Talk podcast, episode number 43. And I do have a special guest in the building. Introduce yourself.
What up? It's your girl Marie from I'm Just Saying podcast. We're on an intermission right now, so don't look for no episodes.
Straight like that.
We'll be back in April.
They'll be back in April as a rebranded company, and they'll be better.
We're taking an intermission. There you go. Same thing.
When I stop shit, I just cut shit off. I don't even announce shit. I just stop it.
I haven't posted nothing to our Instagram. I just didn't post shit.
Shout out to Robin because she is now the Instagram podcast person thing. I don't know.
I was tagging something and I was like, this picture is ugly.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, you're good because he won't let me take a picture, so we're gonna make that work.
You just have to like it. You'll see it. You get the opportunity to see it.
We would have been here all day.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
How about I just send you a picture?
Nope.
Yep.
That's not how it works. It's in real time. That's what
it's gonna be in real time. I'm gonna take it myself so I can see my angles.
But you can't see the mic. If you want to take one like that with my phone, that's fine.
I will. With a filter.
No filters.
Yes.
It's a no filter zone.
I roll.
So, again, 43. Did want to jump into, I guess, Brittany Garner.
Yes. With the WNBA.
With the WNBA and Russian League.
Yes, which I did not know that until today. That
she wasn't over there for fun.
No. Apparently, they make she makes, I don't know about everybody else, but she makes 4 times more than what she makes in the United States. Her salary here is like 200-something thousand. But in Russia or overseas, because a lot of players play overseas, make 4 times as much.
In that respectable country's money.
Yes.
Not necessarily USA money, because the dollar is the strongest currency in the fucking world.
Yes. But she makes... her bank is there. Basically, her job in the USA is her part-time job.
Facts.
This is play money that she could hear. And
I've heard just a consistent conversation about that, and it's been a lot of women who have had the issue with her having to play in Russia and things like that. Like, the WNBA is what it is.
It is what it is.
Like, would you pay to go see... Well, I can't even... Well, actually, I'm going to say it. Fuck it. So, like, when you watch the NBA, right? This is the highest level of the game, right? Mm-hmm. Allegedly. Would you pay to go see something less than that?
No.
No. And
I'm not going to see WNBA. I didn't know I'm not going to say they didn't exist. I literally know one team. That's the Sparks because I saw it on Love and Basketball.
Who was on Love on Basketball?
Sanaya Lathan. Love and Basketball.
Oh, the movie? I thought that was a reality show.
No, the movie. That's the only reason I know that's the Sparks. I have no idea who any other team is.
And is that the WNBA's fault or is that the consumer's fault?
Both. Because when have you seen a WNBA commercial? You see NBA, you see NFL, you see soccer, you see basketball, and you see baseball. You do not see, I have not seen not one WNBA commercial outside of ESPN. Or Sports Center. And
is it not the product? Because I've seen it WNBA games. They play ball. They hoop.
Play.
They hoop. You know, they're not dunking and shit like that. But Brittany is though.
But I mean, even in high school, like, who goes to see the women play?
Your boy definitely was the boy who went to go see the women play.
I was not. I was there being fast and watching the boys play.
Not being fast.
Being fast. In my own way. I was shy in high school.
Oh, yeah? Not now?
No. I don't give a fuck.
Again, the conversation is a lot about, like, how WNBA players compare to, like, NBA players in salary and things like that. But, like, there's really no comparison because you have to start where you start. The NBA started in the 60s, and they're now just getting this tons of money, or at least in the last couple of years or so.
I guess so, because, I mean...
Are you playing something on your phone?
We can hear it.
Is that you? Is it?
Robert don't want to answer because she gonna get in trouble.
Is it?
I don't know. I just hear something. Your headphones are that loud.
It's okay, Robin.
I was like, what the hell's going on here? I thought someone was outside. I thought it was like the car. We heard the fucking car alarm outside.
Oh my gosh. Crazy.
I was like, what's going on?
But no, I mean, okay, so I I'm a big Cowboys fan. Everybody knows this. So the NFL, each team has a salary cap at $285 million. I cannot say the NBA has that same salary cap. So, but more money goes into men's sports, whether it be high school, semi-pro, pro. That's just the way the world works.
That's true, but with the NBA, it's because I think the WNBA is also guaranteed contracts. Football is not.
Of course.
But I just think like if they want more money, they have to produce a better product. Not saying that the women playing aren't a great product. I'm just saying the way they marketed them has to be a lot more, and it's always seemed like a subgenre of the NBA. And
Like
again,
B-team.
and again, you start where you start, right? So like if I think the WNBA came about in like the 1990s, right? The NBA, the ABA was like the 50s to the 60s.
What's the ABA?
That was the league. So there used to be two leagues. So there was the NBA and the ABA. The ABA was where all the white folks played, like the better league, the better stadiums. The NBA was, well, the niggas played.
I was about to say, is it the nigga NBA? Nigga Ball Association?
Well, that's where a majority of the black people played. So they played in smaller stadiums. If you ever, what's that movie with Will Ferrell? Tropic Thunder?
Okay.
Not Tropic Thunder. I'm gonna get the name here in a moment, but there's a movie where they talk about that. But I think in the 60s, the NBA and the ABA merged. So Dr. J, as a basketball player, was a star in the ABA.
Okay.
And then they merged the NBA into the ABA, and all those teams that were in the ABA, they only brought just a few. But that happened in the 50s and 60s and 70s, and now these NBA players are getting their worth, right? WNBA started in the 90s, and they want to have that lineage that the NBA does, and they just haven't been around long enough for that to happen yet.
I see. I mean, we'll probably eventually get there in the next couple of years.
That's what I've always said. I'm like, you can't just jump out and be like, we want to be like them.
But it's been a decade and some change,
and they definitely got paid more than they did originally.
Right, but they're not getting paid as much as definitely not LeBron, like any other big hitters. So I'm just like, I don't want to say they're not respected here, but it's just not marketed.
Yeah, to the level
that they respect. Yeah, so right now the WNBA is getting a lot of talk about because of Britney, because she's stuck in a Russian jail.
For reasons, I mean, again, no one knows exactly what happened. It's just all speculation, right? Also, she had been there for over a month
before we even found out.
Yeah, before the media even picked it up. So, I mean, it's just a weird situation. But I don't want people to sit here and blame the WNBA for it.
Oh, of course not. It's not associated.
Like, that's not their fault that
she
this
just happens
happened.
To be an employee.
And you could. The average person who's making $60,000 to maybe $30,000 a year could look at a person making $200,000 and be like, "Yo, what do you mean?"
But girl, why was you traveling over international waters with some shit that's illegal? I'm trying to understand that.
Allegedly, because we don't know.
Allegedly, but if it was this is our mistake, she should have been out.
Yeah.
So some of what they're saying sound kind of true.
I mean, but it's Russia in a Russian war.
True. First of all, I'm scared to go to Russia. Russia ain't on my list.
I've never gone to Russia ever.
It ain't on my list.
Russia and Miami hold the same reverence for me. I don't want to go to either.
Miami.
Yeah, fuck Miami. Our people be bringing like ham sandwiches and shit to Miami because the food's not that good.
What?
Have you been?
Yes.
Was the food good?
Yes.
Did you eat what you always eat?
Yes. but there's different cultures there. Like you have to go to Little Havana, like those little spots. You can't just go to Miami and expect some Miami shit. Like you have to go to little spots, little.
But are you willing to go to those spots?
Sure. I want a Cubana sandwich. I want one of those.
But did you get one when you were there?
I was 18. I ain't know life. I ain't know shit about shit.
So you were just there to be there?
I was going to cruise. But other than that, the food is pretty good for when I did eat.
What'd you eat?
I don't remember. It was 18 years ago.
It was pretty good. What'd you eat? I don't know.
It's 18 years ago. I ate their local food, but my friends are from Miami, and they have a lot of different things that honestly I'm not trying that. I think one of them was conch or whatever. I have no idea what that is. I don't want to try
conch?
it. Yeah. Like
the shelled animal?
No, it's called something. They call it that. Cause I know what you're talking about because I saw it from SpongeBob. But it's
conch.
something like that, but they call it that. But it's like a bunch of different shit in it with like hot sauce and some other shit. I don't know. It's weird. But they eat it. Like that's their shit. Like our tacos is our shit or whatever we have here.
What do we have here?
Tacos.
Ketchup?
And then that's their shit. But yeah, so my girl's stuck in Russia, so I don't know what Daddy Joe gonna do about that because.
And the craziest thing is like the basketball team that's in Russia is owned by like this billionaire 2 times over.
Really?
Yeah. So
he ain't getting her out.
That's what I'm saying.
But my girl can't stay there because she got to come home at some point.
Yeah. And it's the off season for the WNBA as well.
True,
so
but
I'm sure that attests to why people weren't. It wasn't a big story because best believe if LeBron James don't show up to the Lakers game on Wednesday and he's stuck in Russia, it's over.
We know about it.
We're gonna start a war with Russia to go get him. In the middle of the season, off season, we don't know what these niggas be doing.
I don't.
No one does.
Plus, my Lakers are losing right now, so I'm not too happy.
Your Lakers?
My Lakers are losing.
Oh, you're a Lakers fan?
Yes.
Since when?
Since I was born.
Yeah?
Yes, there's a story, but I'm not going to tell it.
Oh, okay.
You have to know me long enough to know.
That's for the rebrand?
No. People who know me know the story behind my name. My real name.
Okay.
That's for another day.
For the rebrand, for sure.
But yeah, so I don't know what she was thinking, but illegal is illegal whether you do it in the United States or you do it here. You cannot travel with illegal drugs.
There was this, I felt like he was speaking. I think he had like a European accent. Remember that guy at the Domain? He was calling them black girls ugly.
Who's called who ugly?
Oh. I don't. He sounded European, right? Like, so we were walking. We just got going. I think we're going to H&M, right?
Yes. No. Yes.
Yeah. So we were just going to H&M, and this guy was like dressed in a suit with going to Gloria's or whatever.
I like Gloria's.
Never been. But it was just weird. Like, I guess there was a group of girls who were, I guess they were talking shit to each other, and he was like trying to get me and her into it too. Like, I was like, I'm just gonna ignore you, bro. Like, I don't jump in people's conversations.
Yeah, this don't concern me.
Leave me the fuck alone. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I want to go to Russia anytime soon.
I don't. That was never on my list.
Russia's
I'm
on my
sorry.
list.
Dubai is on my list. Russia, first of all, I don't know what's there. I couldn't tell you not one city.
What do you know? It's in Dubai.
I don't know them big. I don't know. Abu Dhabi. I don't know. The Sheikh. I don't know.
I don't know what's out there either.
But it looks nice. I'd rather go there than Russia.
I'm sure there's some places in Russia that if you saw them, you'd be like, I want to go there, and then they'll tell you it's Russia, and you'd be like, nah.
They a little too aggressive for me. I'm sorry if you're Russian. That's just how I feel.
Russian?
No, nothing against your culture or your people, but I don't want to go.
They're gonna feel some way.
Are we canceled now?
In Russia.
I don't care. Let Britney come home.
Free Britney.
Free Britney.
For sure.
But yeah, so I mean, it is. I mean, I hope she's safe. I hope she's well. I hope she's not being tortured. Because I mean, like I said, I don't know what happens in the overseas jails. I just know it's different from America.
Sweden has. So there's a podcast that I have followed for a very long time called Flagrant 2. One of the best podcasts in the universe. Actually, top 5 in Patreon. They bring in like $100,000 just for their Patreon, not including YouTube.
Ooh.
And one of they go like overseas and shit like that. And they went to Sweden, and one of the person who actually does the video editing and stuff like that, Alex, got locked up in Sweden. And the way their jails are, they're built for rehabilitation.
Yes.
So
unlike America.
So he's like, it's nice TV. You get 3 really good meals, and you get counseling. You get whatever you need whenever you need it, and you're out in X amount of time, depending on what you did.
But see, here in America, it's about money. So if the jails stay filled, they get paid. So
Facts.
I don't agree how America does not reinstitutionalize. They don't rehabilitate their
That's
inmates.
a hard word to say.
I know, and I've been drinking, so St. Patty's Day, but. I don't like how they don't rehabilitate their inmates because we have a lot of repeat offenders.
Yeah.
And other countries don't have that issue. They'll have a few, maybe like a couple, less than single digit %, but in America we have a high percentage of repeat offenders.
Facts.
Especially for petty crimes.
Facts.
Because Me and you can go to jail.
We not doing
I'm never going to jail. I can't survive. I'm not the one. I can't survive. What is this? I'm not eating that. But
Nutriloaf.
you can go to jail. It's on your record. It's so hard for you to get a job. People are like, oh, you can work at McDonald's. But can you, though?
I was telling her, I think when we were in San Marcos, I don't know how it came up. I think it was like morality thought. Like, I worked in a restaurant for a really, really long time, and a lot of my coworkers were like in their 50s and 60s. And I'm just like,
This ain't the life.
And then one of them I know for a fact was like a felon, but it was like an aggressive felon, like assault.
So he
Attempted
put his hand
murder.
on people. Oh.
Yeah, like that. So he literally, the only job he could get was to serve tables.
My point exactly. Or you can either do that job or work for yourself. But
Yeah.
what bank's gonna give you a loan?
Yeah.
Who's gonna give you a grant? That's what I'm just saying. Like, it's hard to even. I mean, I commend people who did change their lives around. I definitely commend them because I don't know how hard it is, but it looks hard. Because you can't get no good paying job after you've been locked up.
One
Shit,
mistake.
you can barely get a good job not being locked up.
You know, Austin's in the top 10.
Expensive cities, I know.
No, top 10 highest earners per
Where?
person.
Where?
I'm not gonna talk about my finances, but
I mean, I'm not either, but where?
a lot of people can live in Austin.
Yes.
Who are from Austin.
Yes,
That's the thing.
because we have adapted.
Exactly. A lot of places outside of these 10 cities, I want to find the list, but a lot of people out of these 10 cities never had to do that. So when they move here, or if they move to somewhere else where it's more expensive than they're used to, it's going to be hell to pay. But
Yes.
we know what's going on here.
That people are like, oh my god, I love Austin so much. Why? What's here? I'm sorry, I don't see it.
This is a huge tech hub.
Yes, but people they're like, oh, I like the social scene. Where?
If we didn't grow up on going to 6th Street, going to 6th Street would be cool.
Yes.
Just like Bourbon Street. If we had, like, going to Bourbon Street is just I've never been, by the way, but I think it's just an overcrowded 6th Street.
It is, and it's
That's
smaller.
longer. But I mean, just like more opportunities to eat, I guess. I don't know. But
And get beads.
and beats. But like I feel like the people who grew up around that,
Or like, well, this
like
is
that
whatever.
was, we've been doing this since we were 16,
Yeah.
17 years old. Like, we was on 6th Street and Teen Night and shit like
Yeah.
that. Like, this ain't none to us. So we don't see the value in things we've always had.
I guess you can say that. I mean, I guess just because, me being an African American woman, there's nothing here for African American people. So I'm just not feeling it at all.
I think the city's different. I mean,
It's definitely different from way back in the day.
way back in the day. This is a question I had asked Sabino the last episode.
Yeah, I couldn't pronounce his name. I was like, Slapperoni? I don't know.
I had asked him a question about what has changed, because I think he said he had been here for like 12 or 13 years or
Where's
something
he
like
from?
that. I don't fucking know. Did he tell me? I feel like he said it. Somewhere not here.
Okay.
And he was like, he's noticed like a huge change, just not like in like traffic, but like just the
culture
like
itself.
the culture. Like, going out to eat is a little different. Whether it's because we're older and we think about certain things versus then, but he was like, eating out is a little different. Not just pandemic different, just like you're gonna run into like X amount of people not from the city.
Yes.
Like, you're gonna automatically do that because a lot of these tech companies they're not hiring Austinites. They're bringing their people
From
here,
everywhere.
asking them to relocate, giving them like relocation fees.
And you got to sprinkle a little bit of people who are actually from here.
Yeah, because living in Austin is different than living in adjacent cities.
Yes.
I would never, although this is Austin, I would hate to live downtown.
But you notice people that are not from here, they're like, oh, where do you live? Oh, I live, North Austin. Where do you live? I live in downtown. Mm-hmm. If you're from here, you don't live downtown. That's a no.
It's because the people are, I think that might be the closest thing to like an
A
adjacent city.
Yeah, to be in like the city.
Yeah, and we don't want to do
I
that.
can't. Where I have to figure out parking every single day, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Versus right now,
I gotta do that here, and it's
I can just roll up the handicap parking spot. And I'm good. Versus I gotta find a parking garage, and I don't do all that.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't like it here. I definitely don't like it here.
We just don't go south, but
We know. I mean, I lived south before I moved up here, and I prefer North Austin better. But that's because everything I do is up here. But South Austin, it kind of depends on what you're trying to do, who you're trying to be around.
I would live out south if it was just for like a month, because I would just try all the food around there.
You can do that on the weekend.
No, not for a month. Like, you don't get to feel it if you just go there for the weekend. And the weekends are always packed every fucking where.
True.
So if I live there, I can pull up to a restaurant in the South on a Tuesday at 4 o'clock and it not be busy. Because that's where I think you get your best food from. Anytime you go to a restaurant, if you're going when it's busy, or you're going on the weekend,
experience.
you're not going to get not only experience, but the quality of the food.
Yes.
Dips when it's just madness. Like, it just dips. Versus if you go at like
3 o'clock on Thursday, straight.
Because whether they're busy or not, like, it's pretty early in the day to when like the staff has energy.
Yes. Because I barely got it.
Went to what's it called? Chris and John's? John's and Chris? Chris and John's in Dallas. So it's like a Vietnamese like fusion place, like where like the burritos have ramen in it.
Yeah,
like,
you lost me when you said Vietnamese.
what do you know about Vietnamese food?
I don't want it. What's in it?
The same thing. So anytime someone has ever like asked me about foods outside of what their norm is, I always tell them, just think about 3 things: rice, chicken, and veggies. That's in every single culture.
True, but what about them seasonings?
Everything can be seasoned differently.
I know, that's why I'm scared.
You shouldn't be scared.
What if I don't like the seasoning?
Salt isn't the only seasoning in the world.
Oh, I know, but what if they use like one seasoning I do not like is curry. I don't like the way it smells dry or on food.
I love curries.
Hate curry.
And it's not always... Indian food isn't always cooked with curries.
I know,
and
but...
curries is a style of cooking. It's not necessarily just a seasoning.
Right, because a lot of
although it
different
is a
cultures
seasoning.
use curry. But I can smell it when it's just a regular seasoning. When it's dry in your pantry, I can smell it. I can smell it on food. I don't like it.
I got curry in there.
No, don't like it. I would never make anything with curry.
You should have some curry oxtails. Ooh.
No. I've never tried oxtails either.
Oh my god.
I want to. I've just never I'm not going to order it. I want someone else to order so I can try it.
That's not how you really should experience food. You should be invested in it.
No, I'm not wasting my money. What if I don't like it? I'm mad.
Then you charge it to the game.
No. Can I get a refund? Can you take this off my bill, please? Because I don't want it.
You gotta charge it to the game.
I tried Colombian food.
What's Colombian food?
I didn't like it.
Rice and beans?
No, I had chicken, plantains, some rice, and some kind of beans.
Yeah, that's every food.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. The chicken was breaded nice. It was good, but I didn't like the plantains. I can't get past the different texture versus a banana.
Plantains
It's
are
tougher.
good in abundance. I can take care of 2 of them, but then after that, I'm cool. I don't like sweet.
It's not that it's not sweet. It's just the texture. It's tougher than a banana. Like when I see it,
It's fried.
It looks like a banana. No, if it's like raw, like fresh. Like if you buy it from the store and you eat it. Like if I was to open a banana and a plantain, I'm like, okay, I'm expecting to eat a banana, but
They're
it's
two
not a
different.
banana. I know, but in my head, that's not how it works.
They're 2 different things.
In my head, that's not how it works. I'm expecting to eat a banana, and the texture's different, so I don't like it. But I tried the plantain when it was fried. It was kind of like sauteed a little bit, just pan seared, but I didn't like it.
We gotta get you trying some new things, yo.
Nope.
We got to.
The way my stomach works.
Your stomach works that way because it's consistent with things you like. And your stomach starts to feel a different way when you start to choose something else.
The way my stomach works with my gastroenterologist. Nah.
If you eat the same thing every day for the rest of your life, and you
I will
eat
be
something
satisfied.
else, you eat something else, that
I will
something else
die
is not going to taste
satisfied.
good. We gotta get you into some new foods.
I'm scared.
It's fun.
I'm scared.
It's fun traveling, finding new foods. And I usually if we go out of town, right? Like, I just kind of search what's near me.
Okay.
Unless it's something like Chris and John's where I saw it, I'm like, I would try that. So I need to go there.
I have a list on my phone that I've been seeing from TikTok.
Everyone does.
Hush. Places
Everyone
I want
has
to
a list
eat
of
in
places they're gonna
Dallas,
eat,
and
and
Houston, and
they're
San
never
Antonio.
going. They're gonna go to what they know.
No,
Cheddar's.
I told my friend I'm going. I told my friend I'm coming back to Dallas. You know, I go every month. That's like my second house. I'm trying a different restaurant. But my favorite restaurant when I go to Dallas is always going to be DJ's of Addison and the Common Table. Only because it's what I've tried so far. Oh, and my BFF Asian spot. It was the appetizer sampler that I had that was awesome. And that was different because I don't do Asian persuasion.
Why not?
What's in it?
Asians have some of the best. Asia in general, like India, China, like they have some of the best foods in the universe. And the highest quality food in the
but
world.
I don't know what's in that. And
You don't have to know what's in it. You should just try it and expect to like it.
I wasn't drinking that day. I was still recovering from the 3 drinks I had the night before. But I was like, you know what? It's my birthday weekend. Let me just try something new. I'm just gonna eat it. I took a bite. I said, this is delicious. So it was good. Them pot stickers were.
Pot stickers.
They were good. I never had one. But the only thing I did not care for was the spring roll. Only because it was cold. Which I'm assuming that's supposed to be cold. But
Spring rolls are supposed to be spring.
But the shrimp looked like imitation shrimp.
I didn't even know that was available.
I don't think it is. But that's what it looked like. Because it was like...
The spring roll was fried.
No, it was... The spring roll was the spring... Like
So spring paper
the
with
paper.
water and then turned. So leaves and shrimp.
With some like the little clear noodles and the shrimp. But the shrimp was... Vermicelli noodles. Cabbage, and it had some vegetables in it.
Did you have a peanut sauce or anything?
The peanut sauce was very peanutty. They made it in house, which is fine because some of them that I have tried is very nasty.
I love peanut sauce.
It's okay.
I don't like peanuts, but I like peanut sauce. I
The
don't like peanut butter
shrimp,
either.
I've cooked shrimp, but their shrimp was white.
Cocktail.
Okay, yeah, so I still didn't like it. I took it out. I was like, I don't know what this is. I mean, I knew what it was, but I was like, this is not giving me shrimp. I was like, this looks like imitation, because the imitation crab is very imitation looking. So I was like, this looks like imitation crab, which I don't know if they ever made it. They probably do, but I don't know. But I was like, I don't like this.
Cocktail shrimp.
Yeah.
Or a form of cocktail shrimp. What I think is like...
Is it like Blanche or something? Like
no, it's like...
It's cooked and then put in ice water?
Yeah, it's like there's some kind of like cooking method to where like...
It doesn't turn pink.
It doesn't cook all the way through until it's done. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that one up on YouTube. But I was like, they cook it a different way, and I was like, I ain't feeling like it's cooked, but it's not warm. And I was like, that ain't sitting right with me. I mean, if I just had a little bit more to drink, I'd have liked it, but I was not feeling it. I had like 1 or 2 bites of it, and I was like, I'm kind of done because it's cold.
I'm not a fan of eating new foods drunk, because what happens is, I mean, when I try something new, I try something new. Like,
Yeah.
I go all out. Like, I'm gonna buy most likely 2 entrees to try both.
Yes.
And if I do it when I'm drunk and I get it from a drunk taste, and then I go get it again and it doesn't taste what I remember, it's scrapped. So I try to try new foods as sober as fucking possible.
I wasn't drunk. I made sure that weekend I was kind of tipsy because I don't know why. Because I went out right after that and I had about 5 to 6 Crown and Cokes and it tasted straight like water. It was a hole
That's
in the
the
wall,
best.
so you knew it was straight fire. But
That's the best when it
as
tastes
far
like
as
water
it
at
hitting,
night.
as far as it hitting my veins and my blood vessels, it was like water. I had no effects, which is cool because I mean they were on the free, but yeah. And somebody kept getting me tequila, and I was like, bro, I don't even drink clear liquor, but okay. Yeah.
So you're gonna have to. Who the fuck is driving? I'm just They didn't check in with me. They need the pod time.
Check in. You need this on your door. Please be quiet. Recording in progress.
No, they'll rob me.
They would. They would.
They'll rob me if I let them know what's in here.
That.
All right, so you have to explain to me why dudes asking, "Can you cook?" equals an oil change in tires.
Let's get into this one.
You have to explain that
I've been
to
ready
me.
for this moment. Okay. Speaking of which, this guy the other day asked me, "Can you cook?"
I've never asked a woman that ever.
I get that question all the time. All the time. And I'm like, I'm just start saying no. Why'd you make that face?
That's him pulling off.
Look, refocus. But no, I don't know why guys ask that because minus Chef Cal, because when I ask that same question, I can cook. First of all, spaghetti does not fucking count. Fish does not fucking count. Barbecuing meat does not fucking count.
Why not?
First of all, when you barbecue, y'all just do your little sprinkle of seasoning and throw it on the grill. I can do that too. Spaghetti, it's fucking simple. Because most of y'all make spaghetti. Again, this is not including Chef Cal because he's different according to him.
I'm a little different, yo.
You cut from a different cloth, so you say. When you really a same napkin. Anyway, but don't make spaghetti when the tomato sauce comes from the can.
Okay.
Because I can do that too.
So you prefer cooked sauce?
Yes, like making it from scratch. But don't ask the woman if she can cook. Why? So I can cook all your meals? If you're lazy, just say that. Did you cook? Did your mom sit there with you and help you cook? Because a lot of people had a problem with boys having play kitchen sets. And I'm like, if you can't cook, just say that. Because, again, most of y'all go to college or whatever, live on your own, and all we can make is fucking spaghetti and ramen noodles and fry some fish. The 3 things we can make. But you want me to make meatloaf.
Oh.
You want me to make red beans and rice like your mama makes it. You want me to make all this different shit. But all you can make is fucking 3 things. One of them I don't even fucking like, which is ramen.
I love ramen.
I hate ramen. I hate the way it smells.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. So.
They got all the sodium we need in there.
But coming back to that, I have never personally changed a tire or oil because my dad does it for me, or I go to Discount Tire. I get it done myself. I do my own maintenance on my car. Now, if I had to change a tire and I'm stuck in the middle, whatever, nobody's there to help me, yes, I will change it if I have to. No instructions needed other than to find where the tire's at because my car's different. But to change the oil, again, I might have to watch a YouTube video and I'll do it. No problem. But don't sit there and ask me if I can cook. That question is so annoying.
But what's the comparison to changing a tire and changing oil?
What do you mean, what's the comparison? It's car maintenance.
No, I mean, like, the question in that regards,
comparison that to food.
like if the guy asks you if you can cook and your response is, can you change a tire?
Because a guy should be, because back in the day, if you want to follow gender roles, the woman's job is to be in the kitchen and the house, where the guy's job is to do yard work and car maintenance. So that would be the equivalent to, can you change a tire? Can you change, do your oil? I'm going to ask you, do you go get it done or do you do it yourself? Are you good with your hands or do you pay somebody to do it? And if you do, that's totally fine. But the way I grew up, my dad did that. He didn't pay nobody to do anything unless he absolutely could not do it. And if anything, he called my grandpa to help him do it. But my grandpa and my dad work on his truck. Whatever he needs done to his truck, they do that. They don't go take it to a shop and pay thousands of dollars to get it done. They do it themselves. My oil changes cost me, well, I don't pay for them because my dad does them. He'd be like, run me my money. I'm like, no. But I would rather do it on the free than pay $60+ to get an oil change, depending on what car you have. But that's just me. But don't get mad when I ask you the equivalent to can I cook.
So I personally don't see that as being equal, because a lot of people love to take old themed gender roles and put them on people now where those circumstances don't exist. Men didn't do car work because they wanted to and they thought it was the manliest thing. They did it because they couldn't afford to have someone else do it for them.
I get what you're going, but
they did it. Like if you gave a man in the 60s, 70s, and 80s enough money to have it done for them,
then he'll go do it himself.
They would have someone do it for them.
Just as true.
But because of the times and the cost of what those look like in relevance to today,
they learned how to do it. And
they had to.
Yeah.
So we, as a society, have taken those norms that were then and brought them into a new century. I'm not changing a fucking tire. I pay for insurance.
He said he paid for AAA.
Like, I pay for these things to be taken care of.
True.
That's a whole part of the goal of making more money or wanting to make more money.
But would you rather wait 3 hours to get a tire change?
I'm not waiting 3 hours for my tire.
Well, sometimes when you get AAA or your insurance, the wait time is a couple of hours. Versus if you get your little car, change your little tire, be on your way in within 20 minutes.
I mean, I would rather someone do it professionally than me have to worry about it. Absolutely.
So if you were stuck in South Austin, the wait time is 2 hours. You can wait 2 hours.
Yeah. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Because I'm paying for a service, and this is the service I'm paying for. So I don't see the comparison, because if people use that same comparison, then it should be reversed back to the opposite side. If you can cook at a high level, then what? So does that mean I don't have to know how to change a tire or do oil? If I can cook at a high level, right? I don't need you to do that. So if I asked you, can you cook? And you're like, can you change a tire? Well, I actually know how to cook, so I'm just asking for fun.
Some guys ask because their mamas did it for them.
Exactly. And I grew up in a household where there was no, like, it wasn't mom cooks.
Oh, you had dad cooks?
It was mom cooks, dad cooks, mom cooks, dad cooks,
that
mom
is so
cooks,
rare.
dad cooks. Like, it was, like, my dad cooking was not abnormal. For my mom to be at work till X amount of time and there'll be a meal ready when she gets off.
Not no pizza, no hot dogs, no hamburgers, no McDonald's. A whole meal, a whole meal. Spread.
My mom and my dad's whole idea with meals was like, you need to have a protein and you need to have at least 3 sides.
Not all starch. I can't stand an all starch side. How you gonna order macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, and green beans or corn? That's all starch. Tomorrow I'll have my vegetables. No, you had all starch. Okay. Throw some greens in there.
I just don't understand the comparison, right? Like, I don't really even have conversations with people who are so one-minded, but they're not. But people aren't one-minded. They're one-minded on social media. They need to look away before they actually tell you their real truths. And I skip to the real truths. I don't even conversate with people who just jump to that. I'm just like, I personally don't see the comparison because of who I am, and I can only say things based off of who I am. But
I respect it. There's a lot of people on social media who are very, very one-sided. And me, I have a full-time job and a full-time mom. I have time. So yes, I'm a comment, and I'm gonna keep commenting until you get the point. But yes, a lot of people that I've met over time have asked, "Can you cook?"
That's just such an abnormal question for me. Like, I've never even thought to ask that, and if I have, I was probably like 17 or something.
Yeah,
like,
but
a conversation starter.
Grown ass man, because I date people who are older than me. They will ask, "Can you cook?" If you want to get taken care of, just say that.
And that also plays to the ideal as well. Like, what evolution of relationship do you exist in? Because a lot of people love to take what happened to them at 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, and 23 as law. Like, and those people you were dating weren't men. They were growing up just like you.
I agree.
And a lot of people take those times. So, me personally, when it comes to like my thought process in relationships, I started at 25. Like,
yes, that's when
when at the age of 25, what were my decisions then? Who were the people I was around? Because before that, no one knows what the fuck is going on.
No, you're still living. You're still trying to get to know who you are.
I wasn't me before 25. Like, I wasn't this version of me before 25.
That part.
And I got the opportunity to grow. And a lot of times, we don't get the opportunity to fucking grow. You know? But women and men take those experiences that they had before those ages, and I'll even say that before 24, to be honest with you. Like, they take those experiences and they run with them for the rest of their life.
Yes.
And that same ideal of before that age and now, like, they just move with those expectations. And I'm not a person who holds any kind of like reverence with anybody that I've had relationships with, because I understand, like, hey, I wasn't me. Like, this me would whoop that me's ass out of frustration for how he was moving.
That if I can go back and look at old me, I'm like, girl, you was dumb. You was awesome. I can't associate myself with you.
Yeah, we wouldn't be friends.
No, and that's me coming from me. Like, girl, you did the most. Like, I can literally say I did the most. Like, girl, you stupid.
And people never reflect on that, and they still use that.
They're still stuck in their old ways.
They're stuck on that, like, it wasn't my fault. And a lot of people are like, it's not your fault. Sometimes it's y'all's fault.
Sometimes it's the parents' fault too, because they enable it.
I think at a certain point you have to move outside of that because
Right.
again, fortunately, like I had a household where both my parents were together. I saw a man cook. Like I saw that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think that was abnormal.
Right.
I thought that was just tradition. I thought everyone did that in their household. I
No.
thought it was always like, you cook, I cook. Okay, we both don't feel like cooking. Let's go to Popeyes. Hey, we both don't feel like cooking this day. Let's go here. Let's do that.
My dad would cook every once in a while, but when he did cook, he cooked shit I didn't like, which is fish. And like as far as like my grandpa, to this day I've never seen my grandpa cook. Like never. He might have fried some chicken, maybe for Father's Day or one of them holidays, but other than that, I never really seen him cook. If I do see a man cook, it's usually like the meat. They never cook like the sides too. Especially parties that I go to, like if it's like a get together, like okay, we'll cook the meat, whatever, but y'all bring the sides. Cause one time we went to a party, me and Ashley, and all they had was meat. We were like, bro, what are the sides? I went to a Q party in Dallas.
That sounds
They
like where the meat
barbecued
would
for,
be.
I think it was like for some holiday. Maybe it was like Memorial or something. I think it had to be Memorial Day because I was down there that weekend, and all they had was barbecue. Like they had no sides, like not even a Walmart bought potato salad, no nothing. Like all they had was chicken, ribs, and sausage. I'm like, all we gonna eat is meat. I didn't eat because his house was nasty, but I didn't eat.
Yikes.
Meat to meat.
Yeah, his house was nasty.
Meat to meat.
I just got that. Meat to meat. I used to love that song. Take that rubber off. Fuck that up.
Wait, what?
Yeah. TikTok.
That made me do it. Sorry.
I'm about to be on Q TikTok tonight.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't resonate with a lot of dudes. Like, however they move, I don't move. Like,
Yeah. But a lot of guys want old school tendencies, but modern day habits.
oh, I think that's the opposite.
Really?
I think that women want the old school things with new age tendencies.
Like what?
Like the paying all the bills.
What man do that? Right now.
I'm saying in the sense of like women are saying, or they say like, if he doesn't do that, he's not masculine. And I never understood that term or that terminology because like women have evolved from the
Yes.
60s to now. Women are
Evolved.
completely different.
Our
right?
vice president's a whole ass woman.
Different. Everything's fucking different. So the ideal that men are supposed to be the same
Right.
from then
It's kind
to
of,
now,
you can't really.
like I see it all the fucking time. Men are not masculine. I'm like, you don't even know what that means.
Can you cook a meal that doesn't come out of a box?
Like they don't even know what that really means because ultimately, like, we don't even talk as a society about men's health in relationships.
Yes, we don't.
Men traditionally just have to suck that shit up. And I promise you, if you talk to your grandparents, your great great grandparents, if they had the option back then to alleviate some of the bills and some of the cost, they would be a whole different person.
Yes. And
There is stress that comes with paying all the bills, and no one understand, or they understand it, but they don't care.
right. And this is why I stress. I'm like, okay, maybe you make more money than I do or whatever. Maybe you can make $1 less than I do. I don't really care. But I was like, one thing I'm going to do as a girlfriend or as a wife, when you come home, I'm going to make sure that that stress you had out there don't come into this house. I'm going to make sure that you're taken care of. But again, that's just me. 'Cause, you know, everybody's different.
For the worst, a lot of times.
Everybody's different, but you know, you're gonna have a meal, or if we have to go out to eat, we can do that. But I'm gonna make sure when you come into our house that all those stresses that you had with the world, because I mean, men have a lot that goes on with them.
Exactly.
Again, because men, everybody's different, but men are not taught to show their emotions.
Absolutely.
Or, babe, I'm tired. Babe, this is what happened. Like, they're not taught to do that. They'll express it,
And the woman
but not
won't
to the moment
recognize
to
it.
where how women will just sit there and break down and cry. A man should be allowed to do the same thing without being called weak. So I tell men to express yourself. Like, just tell me your feelings. Express yourself. If you want to cry, cool. If you want to go somewhere else and cry, do that. But just know, I'm not going to treat you any differently if you do cry. But yes, so when you come into the household, I'm gonna make sure whatever you had going outside there, your boss gave you a bad day. I mean, the boss gave you a tough time. Somebody hit your car. I'm gonna make sure all those stresses that you had out there, all those worries, all that you had on your shoulder, does not involve into the house. I'll make sure whatever you had going out there does not involve into this house. I'll make sure you're taken care of, whether it be you just want, a stiff drink, a hot meal. Babe, I just want to take a bath and go to bed. Bet. I'm not going to nag you for it. I just want to play the game. Bet. I say that because, again, younger me was dumb and did the complete opposite. But now, it's
easier.
It's easier because it's like I see now. Again, I've evolved and I see now that I'm older, a lot goes on outside of your house with your job, just with stressors and just a lot of things that people don't talk about or they can't feel like they can't talk about with their mate or their friends or whatever. So, but I'm different or whatever.
I mean, that's refreshing to hear from a woman, right? Because people don't see the worst version of what that looks like, right? So say the man is working a really decent job, he's paying all the bills, doesn't have the energy to give you what quote unquote you need, but you want all the bills to be paid, whatever. And now you feel upset or feel a type of way about that guy being so tired all the time, not wanting to really do anything.
Right.
Everything cost.
It does.
Everything. And I think that movies and a generation that didn't have it all together, now that they're a lot older, say they did,
Yeah.
is skewing everything.
It's expensive to be in a relationship.
It is if you do it the wrong way.
Right.
Like, I personally, regardless of what I make or if I'm down or if I'm out, I still will do my absolute best to make shit shake.
Yes.
We'll still do some shit.
Same with me.
I'll do everything I possibly can with what I have, regardless. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. That's just what it is.
Right.
Right. And I just don't like that narrative that, that isn't a struggle for men. I want to say her name. I really fucking do. I want to say her name.
Give
but
her a fake name.
I'm not. Because that'd be the B word. But,
Well, damn.
but she gets on social media, shits on all women who, quote unquote, don't have the man paying for everything and refuses to show who the man is.
What man she find him from? Because I'm trying to understand, because most men don't want to do that, which is cool.
I'm saying she's shitting on people who don't do that because she thinks she's that woman.
Oh, she thinks she's that bitch.
And I'm like, you're really not. You look terrible, to be honest. If we really want to be honest, you're not attractive. You're not attractive. You're an asshole. You're rude. You think you're better than you are because, for whatever reason, one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to speaking to anyone ever is you treat every fucking person the same.
Absolutely. Whether you're the janitor or the CEO.
Homeless, CEO, everything. No matter what. If I see someone on the street and they ask for money, I always say, if I don't got it, if I don't have cash on me, I don't got it on me, brother.
Some of them be aggressive, though. I'm like...
I don't got it, brother. Because we are still brothers. Regardless of everything, we're all still fucking humans, and you still have to treat everybody with some level of respect, no matter what they do or have done for you or done to you. You still have to treat people with a level of respect.
Right. There's a janitor at my job. That's my homie, but I treat him as if he was a CEO.
You gotta just treat everybody the same,
right? Because you never know.
You never know where
you never know.
You'll never know.
But yeah, I totally get that because I don't know what this particular woman. Where she finding her man from? I don't know. No man, especially here in Austin, that pays all the bills.
And I promise you, the problem isn't the bill paying. The problem is the give and take. If I'm paying all the bills,
what you giving me?
You have to be doing something that makes me want to pay all the bills.
Like cook, clean, and
not even that. So that's something that I do that on my own. I don't need that, right? But if there was a situation where I did pay all the bills, right? Which I've been in those situations, didn't like it, stressed, annoyed. And you still want to do extra.
You still want to nag. Remember how Will was saying in our podcast how he gave this girl a whole Valentine's Day spread and she still was like, this is it?
Yeah.
That's that bullshit I'm talking about. But these are the bitches who are relationships.
Yeah, people want to give. This generation, I won't even say this generation because honestly,
this generation.
No, the adults in the 90s and the adults in the 80s were the same shit.
The early 90s are not like that. The younger 90s, after 95.
It's all the same shit. I promise you.
I'm 92. I'm different.
The 90s are 92.
My thing is, people ask me all the time, what do you do for, my guy asked me, what do you do for my birthday? Hang out with you. I really don't, because my thing is, if I want something, I'm going to buy it. I don't need you to buy me nothing. My thing is quality time. I want quality time. I love quality time. If we have a picnic in the fucking house, first of all, I'm gonna be all on Snapchat. Look what my man did for me. Because guys will be like, oh, coochie's not a gift. You right. But at the same time, if we can do this all day long, it's a different story. If we can do it in the living room, have like a little picnic in the living room and do that, it's a different story. But again, some females are like, you can buy them, you can decorate the whole entire hotel room in flowers, roses, or whatever, and they're gonna be like, where my gift at? But these are the females y'all date.
I don't fuck with birds.
Right, but again, these are the females that people date.
I don't fuck with birds, and you can figure out a bird here pretty quickly. Especially in this, it's so quick.
They get mad when they figure it out, like, oh, she was a fraud, she was a gold digger. I told you that.
Like, it's really simple.
But because she was pretty or whatever, you ignored all them red flags.
Yeah, been there, done that.
But yes, so I don't know, the whole generational divide. I mean, yeah, generational. Am I pronouncing that right?
I don't fucking know. Whatever it is, it's just
The
it's not
divide.
right. It's not right, and people have to be having. People need to start having real conversations
Right.
with what their real expectations are and what their game plan is. Right? If your game
Exactly.
plan is to walk around, post pictures on Facebook, and expect someone to find you and be like, "Oh, I'll give you everything you want." Sorry, this is not the '90s. This is not the early 2000s.
Find you a
This is
sugar
not the
daddy.
80s. This is not how this works. We see you every day. We're not scarce. You're not scarce to us anymore.
Yeah.
Back then, like if I saw you once at school and I only saw you at school, oh, the pressure's on.
Look, all I gotta say is Big Mama wore that muumuu and she still got it. She still got them bills paid. So I'm not going to be on Instagram in my bikini. I'm sorry.
What's that challenge now? Which is ass everywhere. What's it called?
I don't know. My ass be out though.
What's it called?
I just don't like wearing
You
clothes.
don't see. We talked about this last night. What's that challenge
I don't
called?
like it. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's just mad bitches shaking ass. Was it like
I
the
think
two
so.
gone challenge or some shit?
What?
I think hold on. Wait, give me.
The bitches like clap or some shit. I don't know.
Was it on TikTok?
Yes.
It's
Okay, so I did see
everywhere.
it. I did see it.
I saw it today. Wait, no, wrong page. Hold on.
This bitch was in Walmart, pulled her pants down. And started
What?
clapping cheeks. Yes.
I mean, it's the only way you can do it.
I
But
think the cap. So someone had like shared it, and there was like, if you let your coochie out in Walmart, that Walmart air, you don't care about life.
that
Gucci
Walmart
out.
air is something else.
Coochie air, coochie in Walmart.
I'm sorry. I'm older now. No, I'm not doing that.
Oh,
I'm not doing that. First of all, I don't even like Walmart,
too loud. Yeah,
Too loud?
too loud.
where it's like clapping your butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Too
I'm
much.
not doing that. I'm older now. I was out at Pluckers dancing. I was like, bro, my hips hurt.
Where Pluckers? Round
Yeah, you know I don't do nothing south. But my hips hurt. I was like, bro, my hips hurt.
Pluckers got a dance floor now?
No, they were doing St. Patrick's, so they had like a little event or whatever. But you know, I was out there doing my suavemente because you know I'm Mexican in real life. But yeah, I was like, my hips hurt. But yeah, some people do it for clout.
I mean, God, like,
I do it for fun. But I don't do all that to get attention or to get likes or to go viral. I don't do none of that. I'm gonna speak my truth, live my truth, and it is what it is.
and twerk.
On Snapchat,
Hey.
it's different. It gets deleted after 24 hours from your view.
I literally just found out like I have like 40 friend requests on Snapchat. Like I get on there, but I just post and leave. I don't people
look.
comment. Like I don't do nothing. I just post and leave.
I post and I might chat if you chat to me, but as far as looking at other people's stories,
Yeah, I don't
it's
look
rare.
at nobody's shit.
I'm
ever.
sorry, it's rare. But I want you to look at mine though.
click. I don't really fuck with
I don't even do that. I will literally post and get off. I'm not looking at nobody's stories unless I'm tagged in it, which is again rare.
Same.
But I'm bad. I just don't want to, because then I feel like I'm nosy.
That's weird. That's a like.
No, because people. Okay,
You're supposed to be looking. They're posting it for you to look.
No, one thing I hate about society now, maybe it's just me. Because I'm like, bro, y'all don't like me in real life, which is cool. Because I would literally post something good or something or whatever. I got a promotion or whatever. Crickets, right? But let me post my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Likes it. Hearts everywhere. I'm like, first of all,
Man.
all men. I'm like, first of all, you're married. You're married. Don't you have a girlfriend? Because if I post you, we're all going to be single. If I post our screenshots, we're all gonna be single. But my thing is, people are so funny nowadays. Y'all will heart and like and shit when I post like ass shots, which I again don't really do. Not to that extent. But if I post like, oh, I got a promotion, I did this, I did that, you know, good things are happening, crickets.
Yeah, the city has a real way of championing people that they grew up with in high school.
Yeah, it's a popularity contest. I'm like, bro, y'all don't like me. It's cool. I don't know why. I don't do shit to y'all, but whatever.
That's why I like having conversations with people. Like, if I meet a person for the first time, right, I don't really care about what I've already seen. I want to hear your story. Like,
exactly.
I want to hear exactly what happened with you and how you ended up
I'm going to build my own judgment. I'm not going to go off of, oh, so-and-so said this. I'm gonna proceed with precaution with everybody. Mm-hmm. But I'm also going to form my own opinion about you. But a lot of people know me from high school. But I like when I look on my social media, which I'm taking a whole break because it's again people be acting funny. It's just a whole little thing. And I'm like, bro, this ain't no popularity contest, but it kind of is because y'all really don't fuck with me in real life or on social media to begin with. But I don't really fuck with them either because I'm very private.
I'm private too, yeah.
Somebody got mad at me because I was like, I'm an open book but private. He was like, well, you're kind of contradicting yourself. I was like, no, because I can say one thing to one person, like say, okay, I'm having a bad day. You might say, okay, what's wrong? I'm going to tell you like, oh, nothing. I'm just having a bad day. Versus if my best friend asks me what's wrong, I'm going to tell her exactly what's wrong. Mm. I'm not going to tell everybody my business unless I feel I trust you enough to hold that information. Because a lot of people are vindictive and will use it against you. Yeah. Like, oh, you just told me your boyfriend did this, and that, and the third. So now you're using it against me? Now you're throwing it in my face. So I don't trust nobody and I'm very private. So I'm sorry if I don't give you that same energy. But if you tell me something, I'm going to hold it to my grave because I mean, you told me in confidence.
What you told me is what you tell me.
Right. But I don't know if I can trust you with that same I can't trust everybody with that same information.
I know mad shit.
I have a lot of secrets. I'm just like, bro, I know too much.
I know a lot.
So people be on Facebook, mad capping. I'm like, bro. I know you in real life.
I know you're not happy right now.
Right. I know you in real life.
All the positive shit.
I heard the stories. I heard all that.
I know what's going on.
I might be quiet, but I'm very observant.
Just be honest. I don't like when people aren't honest.
No. Don't
get on the social media site talking this positive shit and you really ain't about that life. Like, you really just posting for whatever reason to make it look like you're a certain way.
I'm a Facebook comedian first. But I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, I do this, I do that. You don't know that.
Anything I post, I hide. Unless it's food or the podcast. If you want to go find something on my shit, you're going to have to work for it, I promise you. Or ask me to find it for you because anything I post, I hide it immediately. Because I don't got time. I don't answer people on fucking social media because
people want to have full-blown conversation arguments on social media.
They want to.
I ain't about that life. I don't have time. Yep. I have time, but I don't have time.
No, I don't got time. I mean, I have time. Yeah.
I have time, but I don't have time. Not to argue with you. I'm not gonna argue with you over on social media. Like, bitch, this is like I don't feel like clicking. Like, first of all, people who know me know if you send me a paragraph via text, I'm not going to read it. Summarize that shit because I'm not reading it.
Bullet points. Call me.
I love you. I hate you. Keep it plain. I'm not reading paragraphs. Oh, you did this. I'm not reading that. Call me or let's talk in person, but I'm not reading shit over text. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to read the beginning, the middle, and the end.
I'm just reading the first. How you start off and how you finish is all I need to know.
That first line, somewhere in the middle, I'm going to find a keyword, somewhere at the end, and that's it. I'm going to tell you, I'm just let you know I didn't read all that. I didn't feel like it. I didn't want to. I just don't feel the need to. And it is what it is. But like I said, I'm a Facebook comedian first and foremost. And I'm not going to talk about what's going on between my legs because I don't feel like it. It's none of your business. I'm going to joke about it, but I'm not going to sit there and like, put money on my shit. But I'm going to talk about it.
Books on your box.
Yeah, like, oh my God, like, because a lot of females do that, a lot of guys do that. And I'm like, bro, I heard stories. I know you in real life.
Facts.
I've seen it. Have
you ever been cheated on?
No.
That you know of? Or?
That I know of. I literally had this conversation with somebody. I said, I've never been cheated on. I would not know how to act if I was.
How would you act?
I don't know because I've never been cheated on that I know of.
What is cheating? What are some of the ancillary things when it comes to cheating?
I think cheating. See, I don't know because I'm different when it comes to like. Okay. Relationship wise, I feel like people should have this conversation of their needs and their wants. If you want to be poly, fucking say that. If you want a threesome, fucking say that in the beginning, right? Which I tell people that all the time. But if you don't, if it's strictly, is it monogamous? Yeah, if it's strictly monogamous and it's just y'all two, y'all exclusive or whatever the case may be, but you dipping and dabbing or whatever, that's you. Again, not knocking it, that's you. You do what you want. I think cheating is when you're entertaining somebody else. And you're in a whole relationship.
What's entertaining? Is that conversations?
Texting, conversations, just giving somebody energy that, for instance, if you told your partner what you were doing, would they be happy about it? Like, would your boyfriend be happy about this conversation? And if it's But there's different levels of cheating. There's emotional and there's physical. And then there's both.
Is that a fucking plane?
It is. Then there's both. So, me personally, I don't have time to cheat. I just... Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I've had a roster before. But I've been single. So I can do what I want to do. I can juggle. But when I'm in a relationship, I'm committed. I'm loyal. I'm faithful. I'm all that shit. Right? But... Again, everybody has their own method of what they do. That's cool. I ain't knocking it. I'm not judging it because they don't concern me. But that's why I feel like it is cheating when you entertain somebody else. And if it was brought to your partner's eyes, would they be happy? How would they feel about it?
For sure. And with that, in that same conversation itself, like, are you okay with your significant other having friends that are like women?
Of the opposite sex? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, I do. Whether, if my guy has slept with them or whatever at some point in their life, it depends on my level of comfortability or my level of security. If I'm secure in my relationship with my guy, then that's cool. But I'm not going to be like, oh, like for instance, I'm not like, oh, you're friends with her, she a little too cute, you can't be friends with her. No, that's stupid to me. I'm sorry, because you have to be secure in yourself in your relationship to know that if his best friend's a female, that they could be just strictly best friends. Like they've never even seen each other naked. They didn't even kiss. But if it's the type of friend that because some girls are like that to where every time the guy breaks up with the girl, here she come in, putting her little bit in, sleep with him all the time. There's some girls that are like that. But for instance, if a guy that I was dating had a girl and this is his best friend, cool. I'm gonna ask about the relationship, like, hey, what's y'all's relationship like? Oh, we're brother and sister. Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it because I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
But if I start seeing like you moving a little funny, I'm gonna keep my eye out. I'm not gonna sit there and say stop hanging out with her unless she does something that's disrespectful. But I'm gonna keep my eye out. But she moving funny. You moving funny.
Everyone's moving funny.
Right, everybody moving funny to me. But that whole like, oh, you can't have female friends, like that's stupid to me. I'm sorry. How old are we?
That couldn't even fly with me. Like, it just wouldn't even make sense. Like, a lot of my friends are females. Like, a lot. And a lot of, like, me, like, understanding not only relationships, but just, like, the way I think is based off of me being friends with a lot of women. Like, I've had conversations with women who have been married for X amount of years, divorced at 49, 50. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Right.
You just got to ride the boat. No, you got to feel how you want to feel at all times.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But, it just depends on the relationship. But some other women, if you are the female friend to the guy and they feel very, I wouldn't say insecure, but they feel some type of way. And the guy all of a sudden is like, oh, I can't be friends with you no more because my girl don't like it. Why? Whether I slept with you or not, why? But that's just some people. Some people allow that to happen.
I'm really not a conversation hound. I honestly don't care who you talk to, how you talk to them. As long as you fucking with me and you have made that clear, that's it.
What do you mean how they talk to them? Like if they're asking you let me see you with your panties. Do you think it's an appropriate conversation? You won't care?
Oh, no, that's way different. That's a
Okay.
whole different animal.
But just
That's
sitting there saying like, hey, how you doing? How's the
like
family?
just talking, like having a conversation. A lot of people, especially well in my life, when I just have a conversation, however that conversation flows, people tend to like ask the question about like me, like you got hoes. I'm like, no, I don't have hoes. I'm just talking, like I'm just flowing with the conversation. I have no intent with this conversation. It's just a fucking
being
conversation, right? And conversations can go anywhere.
Yes.
Just like a coworker's conversations can go anywhere. That doesn't mean that you're doing anything extra. You're just talking, and I just talk. I go with the flow and I ride it. Nothing extra.
Unless it borders into the line of flirting, then that becomes a little different.
What's flirting?
Like, for instance, if you were messaging me and then you're just like, hey, what are you doing? That's, it's casual. That's not, you're not flirting or anything. You're just having a conversation versus, what are you wearing?
What you got on?
What you wearing? What color are your panties?
I've never asked that question.
I'm just saying, but that's when it becomes to where you're flirting.
What color are your panties? That sounds creepy.
Only one person could ask me that question.
that sounds creepy as hell.
That's up there with if I'm taking a shower. Without me.
I hate that.
What? Yes.
You're laying in bed without me? Yes. But no, only one person can
What
ask
are you eating? Tacos without me?
But no, only one person can ask me what color my panties are. If it's just any regular Joe, I'm not gonna tell you. Why?
Just any like is that a term like oh you got the pinks on? Like, what are you like? I don't.
I mean, if you're talking with your partner, your mate, you're flirting or you're just having fun.
That's not flirting. That's intent.
But we're together, so it's different. If you're
I mean, outside of the relationship.
outside of that,
That's intent.
If it's outside of that and it's just like y'all just friends, but he's trying to like shoot his shot a little bit. I'm not telling you what I got on. Why? I'm gonna ask you why. Or I'm gonna be like, what do you have on?
Want to find out?
Yes. Send me a picture. If you want to know something, I want to know because you want to know. You don't want to know what I have on, so I want to know what you got on. That's just play the guessing game.
It's tough.
Yeah, but yeah, I get asked that too.
Yikes. People don't ask me anything crazy, really.
Or do you ignore it?
I probably ignore it. I probably built up this mindset like when people like.
You probably get the questions like, "Can you cook for me?" or "What can you cook?"
My favorite one or my favorite DM is always like, "I bet you have like a lot. Like I bet you everyone's in your DMs." I'm like, "You are? Congratulations."
Right.
No, thank you. I'm cool.
You're the lucky winner.
I'm so cool. Like I'm so above being approached so stupidly.
Me too. People will ask me.
You gotta approach me with something else more than
People
that.
ask me too, like, why don't you have? He's like, I bet you have hoes. Are you really
Oh.
single, or you have hoes? Don't you? I'm like, what is your point of this conversation?
It started.
Like,
I always get you seem like you have hoes, but I respect you enough to know you don't, but like you seem like you do.
I just chalked it up to I'm too pretty to be the way I am or to be single. But I'm like, bro, you don't know my life. You don't know who I'm with. You don't know who I'm not with. Because I
niggas
keep
getting that
my
off.
shit private.
Niggas is getting that off. That's crazy.
No, I've had some people ask me like, you got hoes, don't you? And I'm like, I be lying. I'm like, yeah. But I really don't. At the time, I didn't. But I'm just like,
What meme did I see? I think it was like it's probably made up. Every shit's made up these days, but
that.
I think like quote unquote a girl had asked the guy the guy asked the girl how many hoes you got, and she was like 4, and he was like, I want to be a part of the team.
I said that. Yeah. How can I get on your roster? And I was like, what? This wasn't no open invitation. This ain't no open call, sir. What you mean? I'm not interviewing right now. I barely have time to conversate with y'all on a regular basis. What you
Facts.
mean?
I mean, I've been having mad time, but
I mean, I don't have energy. I'm sorry. I do not have the energy to have pointless conversation. Like, if we're friends, again, it's strictly platonic or whatever, but to be flirting, I don't have time for that shit no more. I'm tired. I don't want to.
So, how does 30 feel?
Fucking
you turned
hate
30 recently. The knees hurt? Not you walking up the stairs saying my knees hurt.
I hate it. I've been 30 for a week and 2 days.
Yikes.
And I absolutely hate it.
You don't feel the same privileges as your 20s?
No. My knees hurt. Like I said, I was dancing. My hips, I said, bro, my hips hurt. Like, my hips hurt.
Jesus.
That Sunday before my birthday, I walked down the stairs. I don't know if I stepped wrong or what happened, but my left knee started hurting.
Listen, I went bowling a couple months ago. I was out for 3 days.
If I sleep wrong, you know how you sleep wrong, you kind of feel that soreness? I sleep wrong, and I'm sore. I have the worst pain for about a couple of days.
Yeah, my recovery time is not what it used to be.
I'm popping ibuprofen or whatever pain medicine I can get my hands on. It's not the same. Everything hurts worse now.
Yeah, the recovery time is not the same.
I hate it. But yeah, I hate it. I don't drink like I used to, which I mean, it's cool. I'm not trying to drink like that no more anyway, but plus it's a bunch of empty calories. I'm just trying to just drink my shit straight because I don't need the extra calories or extra carbonation. But yeah, I don't like it.
Just like you don't like trying new foods.
Yeah, that I don't like it. I mean, I'm here. Obviously, I couldn't stop it, but if I could, I would. So be prepared.
For what?
I don't know, because I don't know about nobody else who turned 30, but I was hella depressed.
I'm gonna be depressed.
I was depressed. People thought I was playing. I was depressed.
I'm gonna be a little upset.
Because I was like, okay, you're reflecting on your life. Okay, 20s to 29.
What did you do?
I said, what the fuck did I do? People are like, well, you did a lot of things. I'm like, okay, yes, I wrote a book. I did. I said, but what did I do? Mm-hmm. What did I really do?
Lived.
I lived, but people are like, well, you accomplished some things. You did this, you did that. I'm like, okay, but what did I do? I guess because the way I see it, I didn't do what I was supposed to do by the time I turned 30. Like, when I was 26, I said, okay, I want to have another child by the time I'm 30. That obviously did not happen. And honestly, I don't even know if I even want more kids.
Yeah.
So my mindset has changed since
As it
then.
should.
But yeah, you reflect a lot about your 20s. Like, what the fuck did I do? And I feel like, honestly, I wasted a lot of time. I feel like I wasted a lot of time. No time is wasted. And I don't regret, the people
You
I
don't
met.
become the version you
had.
are now without that time.
Of course. So, I mean, it made me who I am. And a lot of things happened, of course. I had something tragic happened in my 20s. But I had 4 or 5 years after that to kind of roll my 20s over and condense it. But I was like, bro, what did I do?
Technically, you're only 28 because the pandemic happened. So, technically, you're 28.
I'm keep that. I even went to go to my doctor. She was like, well, since you're 30, we have to, we still do the same test, but then I have to send you another set of results because, it's different when you're 30. And I was like, bro. I was literally 30 for a fucking week. And you're telling me now that
Change.
I'm going through the change? That's what I heard. She's like, yeah, and then when you turn 40, you have to get a mammogram. And I'm like, bro, you're telling me I'm going through the change?
In real time.
In real time? Like, I feel like I'm going through menopause. What do you mean? Yeah, so I don't like it. So be prepared.
I got 6 months.
Calvin.
I got 6 months.
Be prepared. Prepare yourself. I don't know if anybody, like I said, I don't know if anybody else went through it. This ain't even on no funny shit. I was depressed. I was depressed for a whole month. I mean, I still kind of am, but I was depressed.
I may be. I don't know.
It was bad.
I don't know.
I mean, again, maybe because this is my mindset, but I was like, bro, I don't regret my 20s, but at the same time, it's like, what did I do? What did I accomplish?
You did everything you were supposed to do.
Right. But still, I guess because I'm harder on myself, but I'm like, bro, what did I accomplish? Yeah.
Everything you were supposed to.
I mean, I did some things, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I'm a little weird, man, but.
No, you're right on schedule.
I am, because right now I'm in my prime.
Yeah, your prime is 27 to 35.
I'm in my prime.
Your prime.
I'm legal now.
Just not the knees.
Oh, and I had to get another license. Whew.
Well, you don't know. For what?
My license expired.
Oh, okay. So
When
you
you
got your
turned
shit 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's supposed to last for 10 years.
I did.
I thought it was 8.
10.
No, I think you get it when you're 21, you get a new one. And then at 30, you get another one. And then after 40, I think that's the only one you get.
I don't think that your age has anything to do with your license renewal.
I thought it was 8.
I don't know. My next one renews in 2030.
Hey, fuck, I don't fucking know.
I don't
guys.
know, but I was
I don't know
depressed.
anything, guys.
They sent me the little letter like, "Hey, it's time to renew your driver's license."
I don't think my shit's till like
Texas state
2026.
driver's licenses are valid for 6 years and expire on your birthday. I was all off. I thought it was 8, 6.
I thought it was 10.
Look at your driver's license, because I'm pretty sure your license expired.
Mine's
It's going to
in the room.
expire on your birthday. It
I
might have
think
been
mine's just
issued.
2023 or some shit. I don't fucking know, guys.
You turn 30 in September, don't you?
Allegedly.
Well, TxDOT should have sent you a little paper.
Allegedly.
They should have sent you a little paper talking about it's time to renew your license. I was depressed.
I've seen people turn turn 30, turn 29, and just been in fucking tears. I don't think I'm gonna be in tears. I think I'm ready.
I don't know.
I've been working my whole life to be 30. Just to be the same me.
Yeah, which is cool because now I'm like I have a plan in mind. I have a goal, career wise. I'm kind of like I'm actually working on that career right now. As far as I'm already in my career. I'm just trying to elevate that career.
For sure.
So I'm kind of like, okay, maybe your 20s wasn't all that. Maybe it wasn't hot, but bitch, this is your season. I got 10 years to make it work by 40. Damn, that sounds like it makes it even worse when I say that.
You gotta relax. This is the
sounds
Sometimes We're
worse.
Sad podcast. I'm so sorry.
I hate it here.
This is a safe space.
I have 10 years till I turn 40.
That's a long time.
You should say that.
Is it?
Joy.
Yeah, that's a long time. 10 years is a long time. Think back
40?
10 years. Think back 10 years from today. Or from now. Today. No, today, this day 10 years ago.
Would I rather be 21? Would I rather be 21 or 40? Neither, really.
I mean, I don't know what 40 feels like. 21, I damn near got assaulted by tequila. Tequila fucked me up. So,
I didn't really like my 20.
21st.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tequila's still on trial for attempted murder.
I was ugly in my 21st birthday.
I was ugly too.
I was ugly. I'm blossoming now, but I was a little ugly.
The glow up is real.
The glow up is real, girl. Because I was ugly. I was like, damn, like, you had no friends because, bitch, you were ugly. But the sad part is, people like me.
I think it's like
I was like, bitch, you were ugly.
in real time, the way you look doesn't reflect how you'll look in the future. Like,
Right.
you know, like the
Things have
clothes,
evolved.
the
Yeah.
clothes we wore then were just fire looking in real time. Like, I had the 4 XTs. I had the
Not
4
the tall
XTs,
tees.
and I had the 2X shorts.
Calvin, you probably wear a large.
I do wear a large.
And you were in a 4T?
Yeah.
I mean, a 4XXXX?
Yeah,
No.
on purpose.
I know. That was the thing. Soulja Boy did that.
That was definitely the time.
Some people still wear that.
The
I'm like,
bling
bruh.
shirts. They had like the bling medallion things.
Yes.
They were extra large. You found some dude who did them on the side and
Or guys when they would rubber band their bottom of their pants.
to the fucking for sure with the
Yes.
Air Force Ones for sure.
Or had the matching, like they had the Cheetos shirt and the pants to match with the shoes.
Yeah.
And getting their Cheetos car.
Yes.
It was a thing.
The Skittles car.
Skittles. Candy cars.
Texas Relays.
Oh, we were just talking about that the other day. I was like, bruh, do they still have that? She was like, yeah, they still have Texas Relays. I was like, no. Texas Relays. Like the nigga part.
It was never the same after Highland Mall.
After Highland Mall, I ain't been the same. I have never seen a candy car since they closed Highland Mall. So I don't know if they still exist.
The shit we want to like be the same is like mad progressive. Like this is the whole like college now. Like I'd rather it just be the mall.
Yeah.
Fuck
I
your
want to
education.
see like Fat Farms and Baby Fat. I want to see the candy cars. I want to see a Skittles car.
I
Or
just want to
Walmart
go back
car.
in time to like go to Highland Mall with adult money.
I mean, you can go to ACC.
I don't want to
You can go to ACC.
take classes. And I remember the downfall of it too. Like I went right before it
Yes.
converted because
It was
like
so depressing.
like they had like there was like one store that was the ACC like
Like
enrollment
JCPenney side or
center.
whatever.
There was literally like one store that they opened up to where it was just like enrollment for ACC, and they still had a couple stores there.
But like it was an old people store. It wasn't even stores like people like me and you
What's that
or
fucking
Robin.
store
would-
called? It was like Fave or something.
That sounds right.
It was like Fave.
Or Fab or something.
It had some. It had like nice clothes that I wouldn't purchase because I was like, "What's
Cheap.
the point?" But like, I don't remember. But like, there it was something. Crave, was it Crave?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Was it
Crave.
It's like Crave. That was sound familiar.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
At Highland Mall.
Highland Mall. Oh, you wasn't outside like that.
Oh, I wasn't.
Or she was inside.
Lakeline.
Oh yeah, Lakeline was a treat.
With the sky.
Growing up, Lakeline was a treat.
On the side.
Yes.
By the food court. The beautiful sky mural. The fucking air balloon.
Highline Mall was a spot, man.
Man, we used to skip school like crazy just to go.
I used to go to Click, give me some pictures. I stayed at Click.
We did pictures at Click too.
Bring that back. Can you please bring that back?
That's wild. Oh man,
It'd be
Highland
like
Mall was
this.
lit. Highland Mall was lit. Texas Relays was lit and dangerous at the same fucking time. Like,
But that's when shit was good, man, though.
you
It
know
was
how much danger we used to be in?
That's when 6th Street was fun.
Dangerous.
Like, we
Just as dangerous.
We just fought. We didn't shoot.
They were shooting.
I've never seen so many murders on 6th Street in my
Them
life.
niggas was shooting, trust me.
They were shooting, but nobody died. Not
No,
I knew
them niggas
of.
was shooting. They were shooting, but everything was alright.
It wasn't dangerous. We fought first and then shot later.
Oh,
We shot on the highway. We weren't shooting up at the club or whatever.
Alright, so final question. We're gonna get this out the way, and I want to know. And I want to know what your response will be if I can fucking remember that shit. So, you're stuck in a room with everybody you've ever had sex with.
Everybody?
Everybody. The worst, the best, the medium, all everything. What are you doing?
Walking the fuck out.
But you don't. That's not an option.
Who are these people?
The ones you've slept with.
I know. I'm gonna say, hey, I've never seen y'all. Hey, my name's Marie. I'm like, I don't know you. There might be that one person. I'm like, come here,
What you doing after this?
right? But everybody else, I'm like, I'm be on my phone. Act like I don't know y'all. Some of them people I've messed with, I'm just like,
Some of them are friends, huh?
allegedly.
Allegedly.
No,
Now,
they're my friends.
I think it's weird. Like people I've had interactions with who don't know I've had interactions with certain people, they be all on their comments. Like everyone be on each other's comments. I'm like, y'all going to Terry's Steakhouse? All three of y'all? Really?
Is that a
Really?
good idea? Like, is that a good idea?
Really? All three of y'all? That's crazy.
But I can be friends with people I've shared a bedroom with.
Always a bedroom?
No, I can be friends with people that I've shared body fluids with. I'll put it that way. I can be friends with them, like just strictly friends, and kiki haha, nothing awkward. But there's some people I'm just like, damn, I regret that.
Yeah, I got some regrets in the
I'm
pocket.
just like, we're gonna like that didn't happen.
Yeah, for sure. Like when I walk into the room, I'm just gonna do a survey. I'm just gonna give them a piece of paper, let them rate me however they want. But certain people I'm gonna bring over like, hey yo, it didn't really happen, but I'm just gonna let you fill this out so you can feel a part of the team. Like, this was my bad. Like this should have never happened, but it did. But
If I call your number, please stand up. You haven't been chosen, so please exit the room.
facts. I wonder what that would look like. That's the kind of reality show I want to fucking see.
I kind of do want to know, like, kind of like rate me from like 1 to 10 kind of thing. Kind of like what you were saying. That's
I'm giving out a survey.
okay. Netflix, come on, Chef Cal with the show.
See, now we gotta cut this. That's the kind of shit. I don't want to see The Circle. I don't want to see, what was that Austin shit?
I never seen it. I don't even.
I watched. It was actually kind of cool, just because it's funny.
What is it even called?
I don't fucking know. Fun Austin. I don't know.
No, it's nothing. Austin.
Six Streets. The 6 streets of Austin. Like I thought it was cool and funny because it was like a group of like early 20-year-olds coming to Austin.
What's it called?
Roaring 20s.
Oh,
Yeah, bunch of like 20-year-olds coming to Austin for the first time and just like expecting shit. Like they have this nice little fucking house in East Austin that used to be the ghetto.
almost like
You don't even know if it was in the East. You just put it in the East.
What?
You don't know if it was in the East.
It's in the East. I know what the house structure look like for sure.
yeah, it's probably East Side.
You know what the East looks like.
It's almost like that one show on MTV. What was it called?
Real World.
There you go.
It was exactly like that.
Yeah, just in Austin. But yeah, that would be a good concept. Like, hey, this piece of paper, rate me from 1 to 10. Comments, pros, cons, things you didn't like, things you did like.
I think GQ is doing something. Not GQ. What's that shit where they have like the exes do like a game with each other, like they play some kind of whatever. But I think that would be a fire concept. If it's like you and you don't know what's gonna happen. You have to. The person who walks in the room, whether it be a girl or a guy,
They just don't. They're here for something else. They think.
they just walk in the room and then just like mad at exes they slept with.
Some people's room might be filled up.
Facts.
Not mine. My pro would be she gave me snacks. She gave me juice boxes
Not juice boxes.
and fruit snacks.
Netflix did not cover the cost of living there.
Ooh.
They had to have jobs. No, they didn't. I didn't watch long enough to find out if they had to have jobs. They were in these fancy fucking shopping centers.
They didn't get a stipend, and they did not cover the cost of living in that place.
So they did it for free.
Yeah, trying to adapt to see if they wanted to be here.
I think the first guy, the first guy left, right? He was like, nah, this ain't for me.
I don't know. You watched it before. We didn't watch it. You started fast forwarding shit.
Because I just want to get to the one there on 6th Street. I just want to see them and stuff I know.
All I know is this girl was like smashing everybody in the house. I don't know what was going on.
I called it.
Wow.
Homeboy was smashing everybody. She was like, he's not gonna smash her. I'm like, I know that look, bro. Like I know I know that I'm a smash you look. And right now I'm dealing with something. Like I got something in the tuck, but just know after this I'm smashing. I know that look.
Like how it said, but did you smash?
Like I know that look.
I plead the fifth.
That's not. Did you?
I plead the fifth.
There should be definitely a game
I had
show.
I had a pass.
You got a pass?
I was rebellion. I had a pass.
You was fucking for the rebellion?
Because it was available. Mind you, these were my selective few. It wasn't just people that I just met off the street. They were my selective few.
You didn't meet them on 6th Street?
No.
You see that video of that girl sucking dick on 6th Street?
Send me a link. I mean, Stevie J did it in the whole interview. Send me a link. You know, I like a good link.
That's perfect for the ending of this podcast. Jesus Christ. Was there anything you wanted to plug? Anything you wanted to promote or say?
I'm going to leave you with this piece of wisdom. 30s ain't it.
30s ain't it?
I mean, they're it, but just prepare for your 30s. Nobody warned me, and I feel some type of way. Because, first of all, you not only go through a mental change, you go through a physical change. But, you know, do you at the end of the day. Stop worrying about everybody else. Stop trying to be like the Joneses. Because whether you do it in 2 years or 8 years or 5 years, you do it, it's done. You've accomplished it. That's all I got to say about that.
Absolutely. This is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 43. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Because, I mean, she knows we have a YouTube now. Whatever.
I did not know you had a YouTube.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Calvin filled the one.